Alright, let's settle this once and for all. I get asked these questions everywhere, in my comments, in my DMs, all the time. Why Fujifilm doesn't have a full-frame camera, and will they ever? The short answer is no, but today I'm gonna tell you why I think they will never get a full-frame camera, but more importantly explain to you why I don't think they will ever need a full-frame camera, and why their strategy is so brilliant. So first of all, what makes Fujifilm so different? To understand why Fujifilm has stayed out of the full-frame game, we first have to understand why they are so successful in the first place. They're not trying to compete with manufacturers like Nikon, Canon and Sony in the full-frame market, but they have rather carved out their own niche with distinct camera lines. Firstly, the X system, an apsc cropped sensor camera system, is their bread and butter. Basically everyone knows the X system. It's just when photographers want a portable setup that also has very nice quality but without the bulk. Then they have their GFX medium format system, which is for photographers that want something that surpasses full frame in image quality. And then lastly, probably the one that the least photographers think about, is the Instax series. It's the best-selling instant print camera in the world, and that just shows Fujifilm's dedication to making photography fun and tangible for everyone. So why hasn't Fujifilm jumped into the full frame game yet? It's because their current strategy works, and let me show you how. Let's talk about numbers. The Japanese camera retailer Map Camera has recently released their sales rankings for 2024. And guess what? The X106 and the X-T50 that Fujifilm has released in 2024 are on top, beating out the likes of Sony, Canon and Nikon. On top of that, Fujifilm recently claimed that they own 40% of the non-full frame camera market, which basically means that almost half the cameras being sold in the APS-C and medium format systems belong to Fujifilm. And that isn't just a coincidence. Fujifilm knows exactly what they're doing. The reason these cameras are so successful isn't about the specs, but about the experience using them. Fujifilm cameras just feel different. The design, the controls, the straight out of camera JPEG colors, these things just bring back the joy to photography. And that is exactly what keeps people coming back. So why doesn't Fujifilm need full frame cameras? Fujifilm doesn't chase the usual camera specs war. They don't care about having the fastest autofocus or the highest megapixel count. Instead, they focus on something that most other camera manufacturers kind of ignore, and that is the actual camera experience. Their APS-C system is made to be compact, lightweight and film-like, making it a dream for travel and street photographers alike. And their medium format GFX system provides better image quality than full frame. So why exactly would they need a full frame camera? Because let's be honest, do we really want another camera in an already saturated full frame market? Sony, Canon and Nikon already dominate the full frame market. So if Fujifilm would decide to jump in there would just be another manufacturer. But by focusing on what makes them different, they stand out to give photographers something unique. Now let's break it down. Full frame cameras are great, but APS-C cameras also have their advantages. Firstly, they're smaller and lighter, which is perfect for travel and street photography. And then something that can definitely not be ignored, they have cheaper lenses, and Fujifilm offers great quality lenses at lower cost. And also something that a lot of other camera manufacturers also do, they have an open lens mount, which basically just means that you have a bunch of third-party manufacturers as well. And then lastly, you have more than enough image quality, because with today's technology, the difference between APS-C cameras and full-frame cameras might be visible when you're watching it on screen and you're just zooming in at 400%, but if you're looking at it on social media or on a small print, you probably won't notice the difference. And this is exactly why Fujifilm dominates the APS-C market. They give you everything you need without the bulk from full-frame cameras. And let's not forget, technology is evolving. APS-C sensors today can rival the results of full-frame sensors from a while back. So for most photographers, APS-C is not just good enough, it's ideal. So will Fujifilm ever make a full frame camera? My answer is no, and honestly they don't need to. Their APS-C system is best in class, their medium format system surpasses the image quality of full frame, and that strategy is just working really well for them. So if you're waiting for a full frame Fujifilm camera, I hate to break it to you, but it's probably never gonna happen. But if you're looking for a camera with great character and great experience using it, Fujifilm has you covered. Let me know in the comments, do you think Fujifilm should go for full frame cameras, or should they just leave it be and let Sony, Nikon and Canon do what they already do best? If you're interested to find out about the only two lenses that I think everyone needs, check out this video right here.